In this video, we're going to be looking at the Vibrant Wellness Heavy Metal Test. And heavy metals, they're everywhere in the environment. They can cause a lot of cognitive problems, brain fog, immune suppression, and we're all exposed to them. But some people, they don't detoxify these chemicals very well. And so the heavy metals start to slowly accumulate in the body. And before we go through the test, there's a caveat. There's no perfect test for heavy metals out there. And so sometimes if someone sees a low level of heavy metals in their test, it could be they just have very poor detoxification. They're actually accumulating in the body. But if you're seeing them in this test, that means you are exposed and you have high levels, and we can help you improve that detoxification of the heavy metals out. So let's have a look at the Vibrant Wellness Heavy Metal Test. Here's all the different chemicals and metals on the Vibrant Wellness Heavy Metal Test. And some of these are going to be more of a problem for most people, and some of them are fairly rare ones that, unlikely going to be high, like this one here. Things like aluminium can be commonly elevated. And this is found in things like antiperspirants, cookwares, even some medications. And this is linked to things like brain fog and autoimmunity. The best way to improve this is to reduce the exposure. We'll talk about some of the ways you can detox later. Another common one is lead, and that's found in old pipes, paints, but it's even found in some spices, especially from countries where the lead is still used in the environment a lot more. That can affect brain development and also cardiovascular health. Mercury is another common concern, and looking at the urine test for mercury, it's measuring the inorganic mercury, which is found in things like dental fillings. And the best test for mercury is actually the Quicksilver Scientific Tri test that measures hair, which is like organic mercury from seafood, that measures urine and blood. So it can show you how much you have and how well you are detoxifying. But inorganic mercury is the most important one. It's the one that's going to affect their health the most. You want to see this low. Other notable heavy metals would be things like arsenic, that's found in rice, well water, pesticides. That's linked to things like cancer and hormone disruption. Other also cadmium from cigarette smokes. And so it's a great thing that there's cigarette smoking is becoming less and less, especially indoors. But also other things like just general air pollution and batteries and affects kidney health and bone health. Thallium is another one that's found in many pesticides and also air pollution. And once again, cigarette smokes. This can cause nerve damage, kidney function. So improving the level of detoxification of these is the key. It's hard to reduce exposure to some heavy metals, and other people, due to genetics, are going to have more of a problem detoxifying them. So if you're experiencing symptoms like brain fog, memory loss, chronic fatigue, hormonal imbalances, and you've done all the other checks, it could be worth doing a heavy metal test. And they can accumulate slowly over time without symptoms until they reach a point where symptoms develop and you're at toxic levels. So if you have high levels of heavy metals in the body, the most important thing is identify if you're still getting currently exposed or if it's a past exposure. And then doing things like detoxification through improving glutathione levels, but also making sure you're binding and eliminating the heavy metals. It's best to work with an experienced practitioner doing this because you don't want to get these toxins just recirculating in the body. You want to bind and eliminate them. I recommend doing the total tox burden test to see if you also have environmental toxins, mycotoxins that could also be impacting the elimination of heavy metals. And you can check out that on this video here. And if you have any comments, leave them below and I'm happy to answer.